Unfortunate souls. Hello, we are live. It is not quite 6:30, which is when I was planning on starting, but it turns out I can do anything I want. And now at 6:28, we're doing a write-in. Hello and welcome. I'm Victoria Wilder, author of Lullaby of the Lilitude, this beautiful book in front of you, and its soon-to-be released sequel, Scourge of the Lilitude, if I can remember its name. I also wrote one of the short stories in this collection, Voices of Christmas, and all of the poems in this collection, Vladimir, Songs of My Soul, and it is Bad French Grammar. Welcome. We're doing a write-in for the first time in a while. I want to say like a month. I don't like this lipstick, guys. It doesn't look horrible, but it's patchy and flaky, and it keeps getting on my teeth. I'm disappointed in it. But I'm not disappointed in the fact that I'm writing again. Hopefully you haven't stopped writing, but if you did and you came here to get those juices flowing, we're going to do that tonight. As you know, if you've been watching my channel, was reading my book. I just haven't had the writing energy, and I'm really, really happy that it's back. And I don't know what brought it back. I don't know if I just needed that break to just kind of chill. Probably. I'm usually on vacation in August. I'm usually gone for like at least 2 weeks out of the year in August, plus like a week or two in either the beginning or the end of the year. And obviously I haven't been able to do that. So maybe my brain was just like, take a mental vacation. But either way, we're back. We're writing. Tonight I am working on said sequel, Scourge of the Lilitude. And we are a little, let's see, we are 16,527 words in, and that's exciting, out of a hopeful 60,000. So we're about a quarter in. That's where I left it off like a month or two ago, maybe longer. But yeah, I think the last time I heavy wrote was in May. So a while. I left it 3 months ago. And this week I was able to add some words. I added about 1,000 words so far, I think. I haven't really been paying as much attention. I know I've gotten around 200 words a session, and I've had a few sessions this week. So I'm doing okay. I also finished a short story that is on Patreon right now. So if you're not on Patreon, join me on Patreon, and you can go see that story. It is actually starring one of my patrons, because that's the tier she joined. And hello. Hello, kitten. Are you very excited? Wow. Wow. Do I deserve this? I deserve better. Hey. I don't think she wants to be pet. Ow. I shouldn't have said ow. She didn't hurt me. So, yeah. I'm sorry if there's a little bit of noise on the side there. We have a kitten inside of a box. Being really, really cute. The box is full of stuff because when I vacuum, I put all their stuff in this big ass box that they like to hang out in. And now he's just kind of rolling around in all that stuff because I hid some treats in there. Because that's what we do in this house. We hide treats, we throw things in boxes, and sometimes we write stuff. So I'm using the usual platform, YouTube's platform. I'm not using StreamYard this time, and that means you guys won't see a screen share. You won't see my timer, but I will be honest with you about when the timer is up. You'll have to trust me, and also you'll probably hear it if it goes ding. We're going to start with let's say 15-minute. Yeah, let's do 15 minutes. We'll start on the 35, so that's in 3 minutes. And then our next sprint will be 20 minutes. Let's see. I just want to set up a 20 minutes timer so that I can just switch to it instead of having to go set it up then. Okay, so then our next sprint will be 20 minutes. Then we'll do probably 1 or 2 other 20 minutes. We'll probably have 3 or 4 sprints total. And then I have some other work to do. But I think this will be good. I think this is going to be good for all of us. For me, certainly, because I get to add to this book. And I am excited. I have been feeling a little bit more motivated. I think reading Lullaby of the Lilitude really kind of helped me kickstart some of that energy. So, like, I was able to get back into Rio's head, and that feels really good. I'm sorry I keep like licking my teeth. I'm really worried about this lipstick getting on my teeth because I was singing Poor Unfortunate Souls earlier, and every time I would do a big one of those like that, I feel like I got lipstick on my teeth. I hate this brand. I don't have the brand on me right now. It's in the bathroom, but I don't like it. I had this other brand. I think it was called Boshin or something, and it was like a box, and it was like $12, and the lipstick was pretty perfect. It did, I guess perfect is a misnomer. It peeled my skin whenever I wore it, but it wasn't like painful or bad. It would peel when I would start to take it off. But I exfoliate my lips anyway, so it wasn't that big of a problem. However, it didn't chip. It didn't like come off unless I like was eating something oily or put oil on it. It didn't smudge. It didn't get on my teeth. It was like it was probably like paint or something. I don't know. It's like really smooth and like just it gave me what I needed. It lasted all day long, and I've had this on for less than an hour, and it's chipping, it's peeling, it's patchy, it's on my teeth. And I just bought this like I don't know a couple months ago, maybe. I bought this in like maybe April, and barely use it because I don't go outside. But here we are with this on the lips. And I know you guys don't care about that. You didn't come here for that. But I don't know what you came here for because this is what you get. I'm writing and I'm talking and I'm rambling. And now we're all writing. So 15 minutes on the clock. I will see you guys on the other side. Hey. No, sir. Thank you. So you're just gonna be rude then. Mom, you should have known that was gonna happen when you put me up there. Nobody's gonna put you up. That's a good point. And that was 15 minutes. That is probably the most writing, the longest like writing session I think I've done in days. I the other couple of days where I have been writing, I haven't been timing it or anything, so I've just been like going in and writing and then doing other stuff, and then going in and writing and then doing other stuff. And I haven't really gotten that much, or at least it didn't feel like that much. It wasn't that much this time either, but still, I was able to write 155 words in those 15 minutes, which is cool. And let's see, I'm gonna mark that down just so I can know what my total is at the end of this. I just feel like I have cat hair on my nose. I swear I'm innocent. So yeah, if you are here, let me know how you're doing. If you're writing, let me know how that's going for you. If you're watching this in the future, let me know if we ever figured out how, to fix things. And also let me know how your writing went, even in the future. It is now 6:51. I think we could start on the 55 or the hour. I think we'll start on the 55, unless I am in the middle of a ramble. Hi, kitten. I feel like I have cat hair on my nose every time I come on on the camera. And yes, it happens when I'm not on camera, but I feel more aware of it when I am. I don't like touching my nose in public. I don't know what that is. Like, I know a lot of people don't even care. Like, no, they wouldn't even like notice it. They would just like touch their nose, but I've never been like comfortable with like touching my nose in public. It's really weird. It's really gross, and I don't like seeing people do it either. I mean, no judgment if you do it, because a lot of time it is what's the word I'm looking for? Involuntary, but it's still, I don't know. It's sus. I don't like it. I don't like doing it, but sometimes you got a hair. Often you got a hair when you live with 6 cats, and sometimes you just gotta move that hair because it's vibrating when you speak. So that scene, I actually just finished a chapter, and that's exciting to be like finishing chapters, and just started another chapter, and it's interesting. Like, the way I plotted this, I didn't really plot any details. I didn't plot like the location. I didn't plot like the actual environment that they have to move through to get from one thing to another. And that's important. They kind of have to move through this specific environment that I know nothing about. So I'm really making it up as I go along, even though it is a real life place. I'm just kind of imagining like basic things that you may find somewhere, enough to ground it, and then like in a later draft, if I want to, I can go back and find specific things, like find street names or find specific like building styles, like building like I don't think there would be a colonial in the location they're in, but like that's the only house name I can think of right now. But like building styles, details that like specific types of design that are cultural to one space and not necessarily as common as they would be like in New York. Like things that I can see inside of a building in New York, I may not exactly see in somewhere like Ireland or Scotland or Brazil, which are a couple of the places that we go to in this book. So I was really kind of just trying to figure that out and figure out how they move through the space as they're doing these things that I have outlined for them to do. Like I have, kind of where they go as far as like they go to this house or this particular location or someone's, someone's home or an airport. But the details of those places didn't actually flesh out in my outline because I don't know, it was already like almost 10,000 words long, 9,510 words long to be exact. And I guess I felt lazy. I don't know. I really probably was just thinking like these are details that are going to come along when I write it, because that's how I process. Like when I'm actually writing the story, and a lot of the times when I'm outlining, I do have to remind myself, like, you can give some details, but you're not writing the story. You're just trying to you're not writing the book. You're getting the story out. You're getting the overall story out. The big details, but they're you don't need the tiny details, the things that really make it a beautiful story, the things that ground it, the things that really like help people visualize what's going on, help people see what's going on. Those are things that aren't really in my outline at all, and those are things I have to figure out when I'm writing it, and hope that I do it okay. And I know that there's no guarantee I'm doing it okay until I have other eyes on it. But I don't know, sometimes I go back and I read my writing after a while and I like it. Sometimes I don't like it. And that kind of helps me understand. Like, by like it, I mean sometimes I get pulled into it and I can see it and I can feel it. And that helps me understand, like, okay, I did a pretty good job there. But if I'm just kind of bored and I'm putting it down or anything like that, then I'm like, all right, I need to work on that. So that's kind of how I do my first edits. And then I'll have other eyes on it. But anyway, low on details. It is the 56, so we are going to start on the hour. Low on details in my outline, but we're figuring it out. I do have this thing that's kind of mentioned, and I specifically left out the details, and I'm leaving them out in the book as well because I just don't want to bother with it. It's like not important information. It's the components or ingredients for a spell, but I'd rather just leave it vague as like, okay, we have to do this spell, we have to get this stuff, and then they're going to make like a comment about it, but we're not actually going to go into any details of what the actual ingredients are, because I don't want to. I don't want to have to make up a fake spell to break a fake spell in my story. Okay? I just don't want to. It's too much work. Too much work and not enough value, you know? So 3 more minutes, we will start. And I don't know. So every time I do these videos, I can see like a number in the corner that tells me if someone's like how many people may be watching. But I don't know if it like counts me as watching me, because there's always at least one. And I don't know if it's just me alone talking to me, or if it's like one person out there who's just like secretly watching me but never comments. Which, I mean, if that's your thing, if that's your kink, have at it. I'm not here to like shame you or stop you. If you like watching a weird girl write and ramble, that is totally fine by me. But if you are there, and if it's not just me talking to myself, say hi sometime. I guess if that's your kink to not say hi, you wouldn't do that. Well, here we are. So in 2 more minutes, we're going to continue writing. We're going to do 20 minutes this time, and hopefully get something good out of it. We have this dreaded ring light up here, and I hate it. It like really hurts my eyes. It makes my, like, I'm not really good with bright light in general, and this particular thing makes my eyes like feel strained, like right up in here. It's the worst. But I need it because like people don't make cameras to pick up beautiful chocolate skin, and I need you guys to see beautiful chocolate skin. I don't know. I need to be represented as I am. And this horrifyingly bright light does an okay job of that. Okay, we have less than 60 seconds, 20 minutes on the clock. There you are. Can I move this up? I cannot. All right, 20 minutes on the clock. About 30 seconds to go, probably. I don't know. We're going to do some writing. We're going to continue this chapter, continue adding to Scourge of the Lilitu. And then if you read it, you can say, I was there when she wrote that. Awesome. So awesome. It's still 6:59. This is the longest minute ever. Oh my God. I can do whatever I want, but I really want it to be 7 o'clock. It's such a long minute. It's such a long minute. Like, is this real? All right, this is why I say time is irrelevant. Time doesn't matter. Now it's 7 o'clock, 20 minutes on the clock, and I will see you guys on the other side. Okay. Well, then it's just 7:20, and that means time. Let's see. I got 301 words that session, so that's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and type that down, and then reset it. I am 17 words from 17,000 words, which is cool. I'm going to go ahead and add those words, but I'm not sure I'm going to do another sprint because actually I am feeling a little bit tired and I do need to do some meditation and ground and like build my vibes back up, build my energy back up because I'm doing some tarot reads today. That's the work I'm going to be doing tonight, and I do need my energy for that. But this has been good. This has been real good. I have been able to write a bunch of words. What's 301 plus 155? 456. I've been able to write almost 500 words. I'm going to definitely get over 500 words because I will be finishing off this little part that I was writing, which is good because the almost immediate thing that's about to happen after a couple of lines is something that I'm going to be able to get into next time, but it is like a little bit more of an energetic kind of mindset. It's a fight scene. And I don't know if you guys know, but I don't really like writing fight scenes. They're not actually fun. They're a lot. They are difficult. They are a struggle. They are sometimes too short, sometimes too annoying. I don't know. But I gave myself so many fight scenes in this book, more even than that book. That book had, I think, one actual like fight scene, and it wasn't even like a real fight. There was like chasing and some swiping, but every time a fight happened in that book, if you were listening to me read it, you may notice that the characters who were actually fighting went off screen unless it was the main character and I had to show her. So I think there was like a tussle earlier in the book, but it wasn't a fight scene. And anytime there was like a real fight, it was happening with characters off screen. And yeah, now Rio has to be in the fights, and that's just annoying. That's just, come on. Why did I do this to myself? I don't know. But I'm really excited for what this book is going to be when it's done. It's just, the actual writing of fight scenes sucks. It just sucks. I don't know. It's not fun. It's not the worst. I like writing in general, but it is not something I look forward to. So that's the next part. Like I'm in a fight scene, and it's just this chapter. I was like building up to it, but pretty much the whole chapter is going to be about like the fight and a little bit of the aftermath. But the next chapter is going to be the cool down and some other stuff. Some big reveal, maybe. Let's see. I'm looking at my outline. Big-ish reveal. So a group that has been mentioned, a figurehead or of something that has been mentioned in the first book but never really explored is going to be very explored in this book. Really excited about that because honestly, that is one of the main premises that this whole series was born out of, and I only mentioned them very briefly in the first book because it was not necessary to the story, and now because of everything that happened in the first book, it's necessary. They're necessary, or they think they are, and it's time to mention them. They haven't even shown up yet. Oh well, that's not true. They did show up in an earlier chapter, and that was like the first big fight scene that I wrote in this book. Not ever, but the first big fight scene in this book, they showed up, and I think that took me I don't know how long to write because I was just like, this is annoying, guys. But I think it'll be okay. I think the book will be better if I give these fight scenes a chance, if I like really try to flesh them out and really like try to understand the mechanics. And I used to do martial arts, so I do understand a little bit about well, I know what it feels like to be hit hard. I know what it feels like to fall down hard, and I know some things about like using your energy, your momentum, I guess, to fight with, and using other people's momentum to kind of knock them off guard or use that to get around them and things like that. So I can do that. It's just I don't really watch a lot of fight scenes, like other than martial arts movies where the fight scenes are like, important. If it's like an action show and there are fight scenes and there are also like shooting scenes, but there's like dialogue in between, I almost kind of gloss over crazy action scenes. Like I see them and I take them in and I see what's happening. And like if I really try to, I could like break them down in my brain and study them. But a lot of the time, what happens is I'm waiting, or not just waiting, but it's happening, but I really want to know what's going on with like the characters, or like I want to hear some dialogue, or I want to understand like the motivation behind things. I'm not crazy about just action for action's sake. I'm not crazy about fighting for fighting's sake. So it really has to have some sort of purpose. And for me, the fight scenes in my book feel inevitable. They feel like they have to happen, not in that way that's like they're predictable, but in the way that if I want to get from one place to another, if I want to affect someone in a certain way, like a character in a certain way, or have multiple characters interact in a certain way, or whatever, like certain things have to make sense. And sometimes when they come together, these interactions end up being fights. That's what I'm telling myself, to accept it and live with it. But I'm always tempted to just be like, okay, a fight happened. We didn't see it. She got knocked out and she didn't even see it happen. You know, like just do one of those where like, oh, what did I miss? Well, I kicked his ass. We're safe now. Like, I can't do that. This isn't a comedy. This is a real thing. Look at that. I hate that. I'm going to go back to that other brand eventually. Boshin. It's really cheap, but like it gets the job done. It does what I needed to do. I wish I could pick and choose the colors, because I got a whole box of colors and I don't use like, I think there's like 24 in there, and I used maybe like 5 or 6 out of the box, and I lost 2, my 2 favorite ones. So, and then I ran out of my other favorite ones. I ran out of purple, and it didn't have black in it, which, what kind of Libby set doesn't have black? Like, how am I supposed to reflect my own spirit, my black little soul, if I can't wear black lipstick? And so that's why we're here. I bought these looking for black, and then I was like, I want this other color too, but I probably should have just bought one and been like, oh, it's patchy as crap. I'm sorry, guys. I know you didn't come here for my complaints, but I am about to go, which is why I just kind of want to get to like 7:30, because I'm a little bit OCD. I don't know. I'm like obsessed with time. I don't think it's a real thing. It's like this crazy concept that we all just kind of believe in and follow and like stick to. And like time as a metaphysical thing, it exists. Obviously, things are happening. There's day and there's night. There's motion, there's growth, there's age. That's real. But like 7:30, 7:25, 60-second increments, that's something we chose. We decided that that's how the world operates. For whatever reasons, maybe we were measuring quartz crystals and we were like, this makes sense thanks to this little thing from the earth that we use to power our watches with. Maybe that's why we use it, but we're obsessed with it. We use it for so many things. We judge people by how they use time. We judge people by how, how early they wake up or how late they go to bed. We make assessments about people based on these things, and we writers use it to do like so many things, and it is helpful for like organizing yourself and organizing your time, but it's also still just this kind of made up concept that I'm fascinated with, and I don't know what to do with that. And so that is why I'm waiting till 7:30 to say goodbye to you guys. It is now 7:29, so in this 5-day 60-second period, as we all know, 60 seconds last 5 days, I would like to say thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe. Please hit the bell so you can get notifications. Please say hi. That's the most important thing. Come say hi. Say hello. Say howdy. Say bonjour. Say whatever. I don't know. Just say hi. Let me know that you're out there and that we're not alone. I am alone this week. Please don't try to kill me. There is security in my building and a deadbolt on my door. But I am alone this week until Saturday, and it's been pretty good. It's me and the cats. And I know, like, lots of people might take that one way or another, but I really like my alone time. I live in a studio, so I don't get that very often. I really like having this space to just like meditate and breathe and be me and be free and restful, peaceful, unencumbered. And that's not saying anything specific about anyone. Like being around people can feel weighty for me after a while. Any people. So it's nice to have this time where I'm just with me and my kitty peoples, different kinds of peoples. I can handle them. Um, so yeah, thank you for being here. I hope you have something that is making you feel unencumbered and joyous and peaceful and finding reasons to smile and feel comfortable and loving and warm and safe. I hope you're all safe out there. I hope you're all healthy out there. I hope you're all healing out there. And I will see you next Saturday. We will probably be writing again. Until then, please remember always that I love you. You're never alone. You're never unloved. And cheesecake is the best cake that exists in all the world. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.